Landing your first paying client is the critical launch pad to creating your six-figure, soul-satisfying practice. Without it, the dream of helping people is just that, a dream. But here's the catch. How do you do something you've never done before? It is your job to attract your clients, to step up and take control of your future. The truth is, everyone starts at zero. I did. The clients we've now mentored who now run six and multiple six-figure businesses, we all started exactly where you are now with no paying clients. But if we're just waiting for people to magically appear, we're setting ourselves up for failure. If we never take that first step, and I know how daunting that first step can be, but if we never do that, we stay stuck in a frustrating, soul-sucking cycle and never make the difference that you know you were meant to make. In my experience, there are 5 powerful strategies that allow you to attract those critical first paying clients. And the great news is I've done it, our clients have done it, and you can do it too. Even implementing just one of these 5 strategies is going to be an absolute game changer for you. So let's dive in. And the first strategy is leveraging your existing network. A lot of people want to bypass that one. So your existing network is your warm market. It is your family, friends, acquaintances, friends of friends, and family of family. A lot of people get tripped up in this because they think they're selling to friends and family. You're not selling anything. But what we're looking for is people who you can serve, people who need your help, that want your help, and that you are capable of helping. 100% of our coaches that we have mentored over the years, their first paying clients always, without exception, come from their warm market. It makes sense. These are people that you're encountering anyways. So how do you go from having these friends and family and having those become a first paying client? It starts with getting crystal clear on what you do and sharing your powerful message. This isn't long. This is, in my teaching, one powerful power statement. Be crystal clear on what you do and share that with everyone when they ask what you do. If you aren't sure what you do and you do not have a niche yet, then check out this podcast video episode I did. I think a podcast episode 2 on how a purpose-driven expert niche attracts your clients. Once you've got your niche, just share powerfully what it is that you do. And even if that family member is not your ideal client, you want to share it anyways. Do not prejudge. Our goal is not to get them as a client. Our goal initially is just to let people know what you do. And it will look like something like, I help these people, this ideal client, with this particular problem, get this particular dream come true. And that's it. So you reach out to people and let them know, hey, I was just thinking about you. How have you been? What have you been up to? And you find out what they've been up to. And then you share. They will ask you, what have you been up to? And you're like, wow, I'm so excited. I'm now helping these people with this problem get this dream come true. But how about you? How is the banking business going? How about you? Are your kids back at school? You let them, just give them that tiny little sound bite, and that's it. If they're interested, they will ask for more, but they can't unhear what you just said. So let's say you're talking to your sister-in-law or your best friend, and you've lost track over the summer. You're back talking to each other, that you're back from holidays, and you're like, how was your summer? How was that? Whatever you would normally say in your normal communication with them. And then you're like, well, what's new and good lately with you? And then they will reply and they will often reciprocate and say, "And what is new and good with you?" And that's when you share, "Oh, I'm so excited. I help these people." Let's say I help Crohn's sufferers heal their gut so they can go out and live their lives with confidence. But tell me more about, the concert series that you've been on. And if they're not interested in what you have to say, they're going to go on and talk about the concert series that they were talking about, or their business, or their kids, or whatever it was, or the new puppy. But if that struck a chord and they're interested, they're like, "Yeah, but Crohn's, my niece has Crohn's." Or and they're like, "Maybe you could help them." And you're like, "Maybe." So that's why you want to be nice and specific. When you're the more specific you are, if you just say health, well, we don't really know anybody who's looking that generically. But if you say Crohn's or migraines or concussions or weight, they will know somebody who has that problem. And even if they don't, they can't unhear what you just said because it was really just one sentence. It's easy for them to remember 2 days from now, a week from now, a month from now, and they meet somebody with Crohn's and they're like, "Hey," their brain is going to make that connection. "You have to talk to my friend." That's what they help people with, and that will lead to referrals. It is a simple thing. Be more interested in them. You just be clear on what you do. If you don't know what you do, how do you expect someone else to know? So it's really important we spend a good amount of time when I'm coaching our clients on crafting that sentence and being crystal clear on carving out their purpose driven expert niche. So the best place to start, leveraging that existing network. The other way that you can do that with your existing network is when you're talking to them, anyways, in my experience, you can call up a friend or maybe they're calling you up. And even if you say, "Oh, so tell me what's amazing in your life these days?" And they're like, "Oh my gosh, you wouldn't believe it. Oh, it's so stressful. Oh my gosh. And I got this pain, or I got this weight. I just can't. I've got this bloating. I'm so exhausted." Give them 30 seconds. I promise you, you can time them. See how long it takes people to complain. Even when you ask them, "What's awesome with you?" Most people complain. So give them about 30 seconds. Most people need help with their health. And when they complain about their exhaustion or their pain, just say, "Hmm." And this is how you bridge it over. Just say, "Hmm, is the pain really bad? Or let's just do energy. Is the exhaustion really bad? Or are you just like, kidding around?" They're like, "No, it's really bad." "Hmm. Well, we'll have our chat now, but if you want, we could set up another time where we could dive deep into that and I could see if I can figure out a way to point you in the direction of more energy if you'd like." But you want to set it up as a separate appointment so that that's how we go from the friend zone into putting our coaching hat on, and we're going to set that other one up on a Zoom, and we're going to set it up like an appointment, and you're going to put on your health coaching hat, and you're going to get, and I call it scrubbing in. You're scrubbing in. You got your hours of operation, act like a surgeon, and you scrub in and you scrub out. You scrub in to as if you're a surgeon into your operating room where you do your coaching, and then you scrub out. Now, they're not your client yet. We're just going to have a conversation to see how serious, how bad is this? Can you help them? Do you want to help them? Do they want your help? But if you've done it like this, then we've already started to transition from friend zone into professional zone. And if we just, we're chatting along the beach, we're just at a coffee shop, we're just on the phone like we've done for years, where you and I give each other free advice or tips, but nothing really changes, that's not running a six-figure health coaching business. That's not creating a soul satisfying difference. That's not actually helping that person. So this is how you merge it from friend zone into potential paying client. And if not, we're not going to decide whether we're going to let anyone know about what we do until the end of that call. There's no pitch in your program. There's no talking. Be more interested in them and what they're struggling with, and try to be less interesting with you and your business. It's about them, not you. It's about leading with love. So the second strategy is hosting free workshops. Sometimes people call it a signature talk, or it could be online or in person. But that is my favorite way to get into a larger group of people, that someone in there is potentially your ideal client and you're offering value in the process. The key to all marketing is to get in front of other people's audience. That is the most powerful accelerant. If you are just in your own home and you just speak with your own family and following, your growth is here. But if you can get in front of somebody else's audience, now that someone else's audience, I'd still leverage your existing network. So I wouldn't reach out to a stranger and say, hey, can I do a talk for you? That's going uphill. That's cold market. They don't know, like, trust you yet. So within your friends and family, who do you know that has an audience? And by that, I mean, who's a teacher, has a spa, has a yoga studio, has a hair salon, is in HR at a company. That is an excellent way to be of service. It helps you refine your messaging. And so you host a workshop, because all marketing is, hey, ideal client, got this ideal client problem, want this dream to come true? Private message me, call to action. Let's hop on a call. Get this free lead magnet that will eventually lead them to hop on a call so that you can find out one-on-one whether you can help them. So look for those opportunities. They're in your neighborhood. They could be at your coffee shop, as I say, the hair salons, the book clubs, the women's groups, the men's groups, sporting associations. Look for those places that you already are a member of or are leading a team in. And it could also be network marketing associations, for example. Can you speak in front of, if you like a particular product, a supplement, an oil, a food product, and they have a huge list, offer to do a workshop. And that allows you to get in front of their audience. And from there, have that lead to eventually a booked call, either directly or by giving them what's called a lead magnet, something of value for free, so that we can look at, in the sea of all of the people now that became aware of you, who's raising their hand and saying, hey, I'm interested in that topic. I've got that problem. I've got menopause, or I've got bloating, or I've got arthritis. I'm interested in that. And then they want to take the relationship that next step further and maybe hop on a call, or at least find out more about how they can solve that problem. So hosting free workshops is probably one of my, after leveraging existing network initially and sharing my power statement, that is how I got most of my clients, was from workshops. And don't prejudge the group. I did them from in front of banks, automotive dealerships, hair salons, spas, you name it, schools, community clubs. And the key thing is, somebody that allows you to get the foot in the door. My maid of honor from, well, it's now 31 years ago, but my maid of honor had a best friend of friend, who was HR for the bank. And because they knew what I did, that's what led to the workshop. So that was the most powerful strategy that I had. And it's still a very powerful strategy today, only now you can do it virtually, which leads to the third strategy, which is to create engaging, targeted social media content. Now, to be fair and to be honest, you can reach six figures as a health coach without being on social media. I did it. We have some clients that do it. It is easier nowadays if you do leverage social media, but it's not critical. And because I've been doing this so long, I've been doing it before there even was social media. So that's where those workshops can come in. But we just open up our audience and we can have a consistent, value driven opportunity that goes beyond geographic borders, which can really be an accelerant to your business. And if you want to make a significant difference, it can really be a great tool to leverage. So, creating existing content that helps people solve the common problems that they want solved. A lot of times we want to talk about the things we want to talk about, but we really got to talk about what are the things that your clients are struggling with. What are your potential clients really struggling with? If you can solve what is most on their top priority list, they're going to have a conversation with you. So, continually giving them value with no expectation of anything in return. 99% of the people that you are giving free value to will never pay you anything ever. But we're looking for that 1% in there who are serious about getting on the other side of their problem. Not everybody has it that is that significant. Right now, we're talking to a broad range of people. Some people have no interest in helping anyone with their health. It's like they might feel bad if somebody gets sick, and that's no disrespect on them. My husband is a phenomenal human being. But if I said, how serious are you about creating a health coaching practice? None, like zero. He might feel bad if somebody is sick, but he's not trying to create that. For some of you, you have a calling on your heart and it's just getting louder. I know when I was a medical doctor and trying to create a six-figure health coaching practice. And even though I had all the degrees and all the qualifications and I'd been a successful medical doctor for 25 years, when I transitioned to becoming a health coach, I didn't realize I'd just become an entrepreneur. And I didn't want to, it would have been unethical for me to have clients from my medical practice. So that was a no-fly zone. So that was not appropriate. But I couldn't figure out how to attract those first paying clients. So those first 2, 3 strategies were key in doing that. Then starting to stack these strategies. So, for example, leveraging your existing network and then creating a workshop for someone in your existing network that gets to a broader audience. Leveraging and reaching your existing network through social media. Most of the people that you will initially meet, you already knew in person. They were family, friends, friends of friends, family of family, acquaintances, work colleagues. So it starts to expand that audience, offering on social media workshops, inviting people on social media to the workshops, and we start to layer and immerse people in that. So consistently giving, and just know that my point in sharing this is that 99% of what you're going to offer is going to be absolutely for free and offer that valuable content. Now, when you do that, have a way for people to reach out to you if they want to know more, either by private messaging, through your workshops that lead to a booked call, or by asking them questions or answering their questions. So when they're asking questions, just do your best to get on a call with them and find out a little bit more information. The fourth strategy is merging existing clientele. And this has been a strategy that has worked really well for some people to get their first paying clients. From my point of view, it's so obvious, but it is one that almost everybody misses. Because if you're a personal trainer, massage therapist, yoga instructor, you already have clients in this realm. And now you've made a decision that you want to create this business. And there is a way to leverage that existing clientele. So, for example, if you're a personal trainer and you have people paying you anyways, I'm just going to do easy math. Just to give the example. So let's say that they are paying you $50 an hour and they see you twice a week. So $100 a week, $1,200 for 12 weeks, rather than just having them do personal training for one-off sessions. Sometimes it's one at a time, or package it into 12 weeks, charge them the same amount, and then offer your signature program for free. They're paying you $1,200. You're going to continue with your existing service anyways. And as a bonus, you offer your signature program, your health coaching program. It becomes a no-brainer for your personal training clients, massage therapy clients, people that you see in aesthetics or body workers. But you just package it into, let's say, a 3-month program. This allows you to get those initial case studies, testimonials, and eventually more and more of what you're offering, because more virtual, perhaps, if that's what you choose, and less in person. But it starts to have your brain go, yeah, 3 months, we get this result. And it starts to have you own what you're worth. Sometimes people say that. I have a philosophy on that. You're already valuable. Nobody can put a price on your head. What they're paying for is their results. But this allows your clients to get even better results because maybe now you're helping them with nutrition and not just the fitness component. So look at how you can apply that. So leveraging an existing clientele that is already paying you for some service, can you also bundle in your coaching practice? This one works more for some people than others, but be inspired by that idea. And sometimes the solution like this is right under your nose and you hadn't even seen it. And it's a great way to all of a sudden instantly have 6 paying clients because you had 6 personal training clients. And then you gradually work to get better and better and better at having it be structured in a way that is to your liking, that gives your clients the best results. So that has also been a way that people have got those initial clients. It was way easier than they thought. And the 5th way is to leverage testimonials and case studies. Now, like, Shaunna, how am I going to do that if I don't have any clients yet? Well, the truth is, you've already helped people. You've already helped people in some way, if not by your own self, if not through a program. You have a track record. Otherwise, you shouldn't be doing this work. You have to have a track record in helping people if you are going to now charge for your services. So you don't have to have something completely cured, but you got to have some measure of success if we're in your area of expertise. By definition, your area of expertise, you have an expertise in. So share it. How do we know that you have some expertise in? So this could be from helping people with one practice session, with maybe you did some free coaching sessions for somebody before you knew. Perhaps it was personal training, yoga clients. Maybe it was attendees at a workshop. Maybe it was a service in through a product or your expertise in your former line of work. And we just gradually merge those testimonials to be better and better and better and more in line with what you're currently doing. But sharing those powerful stories that demonstrate that what you do really works is important for people. They want that social proof. And even if that initial story is just your own, and leverage your story. So sharing your story, and again, this is where we start to layer it into sharing your story at your workshops, sharing your story in a conversation with friends, sharing your story on social media, sharing your story with existing clientele. And when you're sharing your story, really focus on what was the before and the after. What was the problem that you had? What was the solution that you got? Because people want to know about the results. They're not so interested in the play by play. And then this happened, and then this happened, and you'll never believe what this doctor said. And going through all of you. This is not the time to complain. The people are not the complaints department. What they want to know is, did you have a transformation from a point A to a point B? That's the story you want to share. So those 5 powerful strategies can also be summarized. I'll give you one bonus take home. If you get nothing else from this video, please know this. What we're looking to do is to create opportunities for powerful, connecting, meaningful conversations. That is what each of these strategies is designed to do. Whether it's with existing family and friends, whether it is through a workshop, whether it is on social media, whether it's with existing clientele, and whether it's through your stories, we're going to be looking for opportunities to have those conversations. And when somebody is interested and they say, how did you do that? I have that problem. How could I get on the other side of it? I'm exhausted. How do you mean I could have energy? If people are interested from that little bit that you share, be a professional and have them hop on a call and have that one-on-one call to find out really what is a concern for them, and then taking it to the next level. So these are simple but powerful, proven strategies designed to help you attract your very first paying clients. Now, if you're looking to bridge the gap between those first paying clients and creating that 6-figure practice, check out the video in the description or in the comments on how to make 6 figures. How is it that we help our health coaches go from those very first paying clients all the way up to creating a 6-figure soul satisfying practice? Check it out. Be good for you.